So it is the end of the year, and this is the last episode that we're going to film in 2022. And I'm going to do it by identifying my favorite content creator of 2022. And it is none other than Jake Paul, the absolute YouTube Go boxing sensation. There is literally nothing this guy can do. And I'm going to tell you why I really like Jake Paul. I'm also going to dive into his backstory a little bit. So born and raised in Ohio, Jake Paul has rose through the social media ranks, becoming an absolute phenomenon in his own right through things like YouTube and also earning his place in the ring on the boxing stage. Yeah, I'll say it, he is a pretty fucking good boxer. The balls on that kid to call out literally anyone and follow through with it. I gotta admire that. The other thing that Jake has never shied away from apart from a fist fight is a load of controversy all over social media. He's caused absolute chaos throughout his career, and it doesn't seem like he's going to stop now. So Jake is the younger brother of Logan Paul. Now, we all know Logan Paul. He's a YouTube sensation as well. He actually was the one that kickstarted this whole boxing thing with KSI. Him and KSI are now business partners. They are making literally 10 figures nearly on their Prime drink. That is absolutely crazy amount of cash. Just shows if you're a content creator, you have distribution built in, you are able to market a consumer good product and you can sell that shit out the window. So Jake and Logan actually started filming at the age of 10, and through their teenage years, it saw them rise to fame. Their career started on Vine. If any of you guys remember that, there was quite a few Vine stars. But all these Vine stars actually moved over to other platforms like YouTube and then TikTok eventually. There is a rumor that the Vine stars actually all came together and went to the owners of Vine and said, yo, listen, you either pay us X amount of money to stay on here as content creators and drive audience to your platform, or we're bouncing. Now, whether or not this is true or not, I'm pretty sure I heard it on the My First Million podcast where Sean was talking about how when they were launching Twitch, they were trying to get Vine stars to go over, and basically they offered them big bucks and a lot of them just jumped ship. Well, we all know how that turned out for Vine. So it's pretty important to look after your main content creators, especially when building a platform. I mean, I've got a friend who was there at the early stages of TikTok in the UK when it changed over from Musical.ly to TikTok, and his entire job was literally to contact and get in touch with all of these huge YouTube stars and bring them onto the TikTok platform so that here in the UK, we could help it grow and grow to the beast that it is now. So Jake is actually one of the most desired and wanted YouTube stars. He has around 20.4 million subscribers. Now, that's fucking crazy. And the guy earns some serious cash. We did a video some time ago about how much YouTubers are actually making. I'll pin mark it here. You should go check it out. It's absolutely ludicrous what some of these content creators are making. So if you want to be a content creator, find your niche, get into it, keep producing content. And trust me, if you do something that you love and you continue to plug away at it, that money will follow eventually. So how did Jake blow up? He went viral. Literally, to put it simply, the guy went viral on Vine. So he has a lot of his career to thank from Vine, and Vine basically catapulted him onto other social media platforms. What a lot of people might not know is he actually dipped his toe into the rap game. Yep, in 2017, Jake Paul actually holds one of the records for, I think it's the most disliked video with his rap video. But actually in 2017, it got to number 2 in the iTunes chart. The song was called It's Everyday Bro. I actually have never heard this song, but after this video, I'm going to go listen to it.
Y'all can't handle this. Y'all don't know what's about to happen, baby. Team 10, Los Angeles, Cali boy. But I'm from Ohio, though, white boy. It's everyday, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months. Never done before.
But even prior to this 2017 rap career, Jake was actually casted his own show on Disney. Now, he was the first Vine star to ever have his own show on Disney, and this really put his face on the map and helped him grow his social media presence. At the time, social media was becoming such a huge phenomenon, and I feel like there was pure serendipity in the way that Jake was growing on other social media platforms like Vine that no longer exist. And we had things like YouTube and Instagram, which were growing at just as fast a rate. Facebook was accelerating. The whole thing came together just in one perfect moment and literally catapulted him to stardom. So the money was literally rolling in, and it allowed Jake to build a team of around 10 people. Now, these 10 people all came together and started producing content and being part of the Jake Paul show. Literally, everything around a content creator does rely on the back end. I wouldn't be able to do what I do, and I'm such a small content creator without the guys and girls that are plugging my videos in terms of editing them, adding animations, helping me with script writing, the works. Your team is literally everything. Yes, I present it. Yes, I give you the information, but all that information, all that editing, and all the engaging content that you guys sit and watch come from a team. So no doubtably, when Jake hired his team of 10, this was only going to help that hockey stick growth of how he became such a huge YouTube star. So what do we know about Team 10? Literally, Team 10 were chaos. They were causing all kinds of mayhem around LA with stunts and just generally pissing people off. But it made for pretty good content, which again is going to help his growth. So his rise to fame came from both such a successful career on things like Vine and Disney that catapulted into the modern social media world, but it also came from an incredible amount of controversy, which if you look at how Jake's behaving now, he's not shrugged that off. But as we all know, controversy causes you to go viral. Andrew Tate, prime example, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, all these people have very strong characteristics that either resonate with people and they buy into them, or they piss people off, which is encouraging them to engage even more with their content. It's literally a win-win situation. So what are some of Jake's best moments? Let's unpack this. From Vine to YouTube to Dirkman to boxing sensation, Jake has done it all. He has had so many incredible moments in his career, which have elevated him not only on his social media sphere, but actually now in the sporting world. He's genuinely become a well-respected boxer, even though he ain't a professional. So let's just talk about his boxing career. So at the moment, Jake has knocked out 4 out of his 5 opponents, and he's made an absolute laughingstock of people like Tommy Fury. Tommy Fumbles Fury is what's been going around the internet now for probably like 18 months. And Jake's bullish approach to calling people out, I personally think he psychologically wins that match before it's even started. And when you've psychologically won the match and you've got the other opponent shitting it, I just don't think there's many people in the unprofessional boxing world that are going to go toe-to-toe with him just because of the pure oozing of confidence that kid has. So if you look at his boxing career, it first started out by challenging KSI's brother, which he then won. But it's not just gone from YouTube sensations that he's trying to fight. He's been calling out ex-MMA fighters, ex-boxers. The guy has literally no fear, and he will go toe-to-toe with pretty much anyone. But to be honest with you, would his boxing career have gone the way it went without his YouTube career? Jake himself is a massive public figure. So for these people that are fighting him, they're wanting to elevate their profile and get the coverage that Jake demands. So from renting a $17,000 a month mansion for Team 10 and creating a highly disliked rap video, he was literally going viral all of the time. Attention was certainly no problem for Jake Paul. From having 5 million followers on Vine, he quickly translated this into YouTube and just gave himself a platform to literally do anything he wanted. So, number one question, how much money does Jake Paul make? He is literally knocking people out of the competition when it comes to making money on YouTube and also just generally in the sporting world. Some of these prize fights are fucking crazy how much cash is up for grabs. But literally, Jake Paul's cash flow is non-stop. The kid literally cannot stop making money. So the main revenue sources for Jake's multi-million pound earnings are his boxing, his YouTube, his content creation, and brand endorsements. So he made his boxing debut in 2016 by fighting KSI's brother. And roughly around 1 million people tuned in to watch that fight, and they paid $10 to watch it through YouTube. So you can get a pretty good idea of how quickly this money can stack up, especially in pay-per-view events. Like, there's a crazy amount of money to be made here. According to Forbes, Jake Paul actually made around $54 million in 2021. And I'm pretty goddamn sure he's going to make a hell of a lot more than that in 2022. So his money originally started from YouTube, but the Forbes article states that about 90% of the money that he made in 2021 all came from his boxing career. Now, this is just great because ultimately, as we all know, even if your business is you as a personal brand, like, you need to have multiple revenue streams. If you do not have multiple revenue streams and one dries up, like it did for Jake and Logan Paul when YouTube demonetized them and they got all their sponsorship cut because of filming of the Japanese suicide spot. I'm not really going into too much detail about it, but that got them semi-cancelled for a little bit. Jake, don't get me twisted, is now monetizing his YouTube again, but things like that can happen and you need those other revenue streams. So for me, like, Jake Paul is the ultimate content creator of 2022. I just think his bullish approach and just no fear to anything has allowed him to really propel himself. But at the same time, when you compare him to someone, say, like Andrew Tate, he's managed to kind of keep a lid on it and avoid getting cancelled. Although his views can be controversial, he kind of toes the line between being liked and being absolutely hated or being derogatory, which is kind of how Andrew Tate is sometimes referred to. That being said, though, we did do the video on Andrew Tate, which again, I'll link up here. I genuinely think Andrew Tate is a marketing genius and he has made some really good points, although some of those points have been made in a really bad way. One of the things, though, that Andrew Tate has done, and just kind of going to deviate from this, is since he's kind of been re-platformed on other social media sites, he seems to have got even more popular and people are actually buying into him more now since he had a little bit of a break. So maybe something to consider there. If you're a content creator that's going absolutely viral, you might want to take a little break, let it sink in, let people absorb what you're saying, and then come back with a fresh, new approach. That is it for 2022. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. More content coming in 2023. Catch you in a bit.